Всем привет, мои дорогие друзья, вы на канале Магарыча, и мы продолжаем проходить Вампюр. О, новые таланты, новые навыки, блять. Блять, Мэри, я думаю, я сейчас пиздов-то не надаю же, один хер. Ну, по факту. Кстати, сдох. Там простуда, в этой простуда. Этим скоро, возможно, пиздец. Погнали. Так, у медсестры какой-то там было что-то... Простуда вроде бы у нее была. Вот она. Эй, малышка, стой.
Good evening. Milton cheats patients out of their money at this hospital, Pippa. Are you his accomplice?
Yes, I am.
Is this your definition of being useful? By abusing the sick and poor?
No. It is my definition of getting out of this useless life once and for all.
Whose idea was it?
What difference does it make? We did it together, and I'm guilty as charged.
Answer my question.
It was my idea first, even though Milton would say it was his, to protect me.
Why do you do it?
Why not? Most of the sick who paid for a bed are already dead, or will be soon. Don't you see the futility of all this?
You put a price on hope. This goes against everything you swore to uphold as a nurse.
Report me then, Dr. Reid. Report the little nurse and keep on lying about the surgical errors, the wrong dosages and diagnostics that we all covered for the sake of our colleagues.
Что ты говоришь-то, блядь? Какие все тут нахуй хитрые.
Do you need...
I'm afraid I've contracted some...
Not under my wall.
Thank you.
Goodbye now.
Goodbye now. До этого, блядь, очень. О, Ньютон, здорово.
Hello again, Mr.
Good evening, Dr. Reid.
Do you need...
Afraid
Throughout history, some diseases...
you're working at the Pembroke Hospital.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Good evening. Newton is conflicted about his feelings towards you. Would you like to talk about it, Oswald?
It makes me sad and angry. It feels like the beautiful thing we have is somehow tainted. It hurts to see him so lost.
His love for you is genuine. I'm certain he wasn't lying to me when he expressed his feelings for you.
Newton still has to accept it, knowing he'll be seen as a queer, a fairy, less than a man in those simple-minded bigots' eyes. Though he's more of a man than they'll ever be, so fuck them all.
Согласен. Пошли нахуй.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Mr. Thatcher. Так, ну почти близко уже. Да, блядь. Вот так вот. Так. Ага, вот оно. А вот его квартира. Отлично, еще новое убежище. Заебись. Охуенно. Денежки надо. Так. Я думаю, можно продавать патроны, потому что, ну, я не пользуюсь этим оружием. Понятно. Поспать.
It's locked, all right. It's locked.
Шиллинги 20. Заебись. Кадеин. Все это полезно. Опиум. Хорошо.
In this letter, Mortimer Goswick does nothing to hide his desire to die. I could give it to his mother, but doing so would betray his trust.
Я считаю, что все-таки, возможно, маме надо отдать. Как-то это, может быть, поспособствовало бы этому. Дало бы какой-нибудь толчок. Давайте попробуем эту хуйню. А, нихуя себе! Ебать! Только ебать она перезаряжается, конечно. Нет, надо оружие поменять. Вот так вот. Думаю, письмо матушке отдать. Ну, чтобы он... Как сказать? Чтобы он поняла, что он чувствует. Из-за чего так? Все вроде здоровы здесь. Все, кого мог, я вылечил.
Good evening, Doc.
Mortimer is extremely vague as to his motivations for committing suicide. Tell me more about what you know.
As you say, Mortimer had no reason to die. All he said to me was that he wanted to make the world a better place, but couldn't.
What do you think he meant by making the world a better place?
Mortimer has always been a sensitive soul. He wouldn't talk to anyone for months after his father passed. It's like he carries everyone's sadness with him.
Why did your son feel so useless when facing the world?
I think it was more that he could only see the melancholy facets of life. He couldn't help but dwell on such things.
I have read your son's suicide note. It was not an impulsive gesture, nor was it his first attempt.
He threatened to kill himself a few times before. But I never thought he would dare to punish me this much.
Punish you? Why?
I've known for a long time he was not happy with his life. But I always hoped he cared enough to avoid making me suffer like this.
Do you realize your son could try to kill himself again? He might succeed next time.
I think about it every minute. But I won't stop fighting for my son's future. That's how much I love him.
You're right. Your son's death was not fatal. And unlike many on their own, he is lucky to have you by his side.
I can't give up on him. I just can't. I have conceded many times in my life, but giving up on my son is something I am incapable of.
Your son asked me to find this letter, Mrs. Goswick. However, I thought it would be preferable to give it to you.
I already know what I'm going to read. Mortimer, why are you acting in this way? I have done everything I can to help you. But it's not enough.
We will talk about this letter later. I understand that you need some privacy.
Before you leave, take this for your trouble. Thanks to you, my son still has a future. Perhaps.
Отлично, спасибо.
I'm all right. Don't waste your time with me.
Good evening, Miss.
I'm okay.
Your mother won't let you down, Mortimer. Don't you share her hope for a better future?
No. I don't.
Won't you even try?
Do you want me to promise you I'll get better? Do you want me to tell her the same thing? I could, but it would not change anything.
I've read your letter, Mortimer. You wrote about an unbearable feeling of despair while the world crumbles around you. Tell me more about it.
There's nothing more to say, really. It's hurtful, it's unbearable, and I don't ask anyone to understand what I feel.
The world is bleak, but maybe the pain we feel is the best compass for making it a better place.
How can we repair the world, Dr. Reid, when mankind is the biggest problem? Yes, the world will be a much better place when we're gone.
Ну да, блять, долбоёбик.
I have to go now, sir.
Don't waste your time with me.
Так, а вот у нее что-то за жизнь Лондона не можно узнать? Все.
Goodbye.
До свидания. Ой, блядь. Жестко, жестко, жестко. Расследование. В доках все хорошо. Так, ладно. Погнали на задание главное. Так. Блять, вот откуда эти маркеры появляются? Вообще не понимаю. Где это, блядь? Ёбаная хуйня. А где кладбище-то? Это же церковь, да, у нас? Так, блять. Где кладбище-то, блять? Морг. Подписано. Где кладбище, блять? Амбулатория. Ночлежка. По Бирюзовой, Северной Доке. Вот кладбище. Пойдемте пиздиться с этой дурой, блядь. У меня, правда, нет нихуя. Вообще. В плане ни хилок, ни черта нету. Тупичок. То есть интересно. К сожалению, ни хера. Какой-то дом. Опа. Отлично. Заебись. А теперь не до нее надо дойти. Ну, пойдем сходим до нее уж что, расследование закончим. Чтобы она от нас не уйтилась. Скажем так. Так, хилочки можем сделать себе? Блять, хуй там плавал, да? Ни хера нету, блять. Ну, неплохо. Я думаю, я заебись сейчас сделал. Я охуенчик сделал. Только сейчас я, блядь, увидел, сука. Где это припизнутая?
Good evening, Miss Howard.
I need blood, Doctor.
Tell me, Thelma, what do you really know about vampires?
I saw one and he saw me. I watched him hunt and kill. I saw his terrible wounds heal as his victim died. And then I knew I was saved.
You mean you actually saw a vampire? Here in London?
Yes. And it has been the answer to my pain. I must drink and kill to regenerate my decaying body. I am a vampire too.
You are no vampire. You are a delusional woman, convinced she is something she is not.
How convenient to call delusional anyone who does not share your precious rationale, Dr. Reed.
Блядь, ты ёбнутая.
I'll leave you.
Ну ладно. О, кладбище. Командный пункт, блядь, еще найти нахуй надо, ага. Все так просто, блядь. Лестница тяжелая. Сосать. Да, блядь. Ты чё, сука? Готов, нахуй. Просто готов. Товарищи что-то орут там, блядь. Все, полежи, отдохни. Блять. Готов. До свидули. А вот и кладбище. Я надеюсь, сейчас у нас будет чуть-чуть побольше шансов одолеть ее. Хуя мне расхрабрился, блядь, типа средний уровень сложности взял. Нахуя мне это сделал? О, вот она.
My name is Xiao Shun. This is the proper way to address someone in my country.
I do apologize, Xiao Shun. Are you all right?
Yes, I am. This is the only place where I can find some kind of serenity. Some way to remember my dear Matthew.
Have you recent news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
This part of town is very fragile. I hope the trust so many people put in her will not be betrayed.
You realize you can't stay here forever, don't you? Eventually, you'll have to leave the cemetery.
Why? Why should I go? Since this is the only place I can find peace of mind.
But you're not dead. There is a difference between visiting the dead and staying with them.
You sound like you're no stranger to the pain I feel.
Let's just say, I too have a good reason to visit cemeteries at night.
Please accept my condolences for your loss then, Dr. Reed.
Так.
Are you on your own? Do you have any friends or family who you could be with?
I have family and friends, but I need to be here alone. One day maybe I'll go back to them, but not now. I need silence, and I need sadness.
Окей.
You should not be by yourself. Grief can be a terrible trial, and it's even worse when you're alone.
Thank you for your sincere words, Dr. Reid. I sense you trying to help me, even if I don't quite understand why.
Tell me how your husband died, Xiaoshun.
Matthew died of the Spanish flu, like so many others. It's a mundane cause of death these days, but for me it meant the end of the world.
At this time, there is so little medical science can do to defeat this terrible epidemic. I'm truly sorry.
The worst thing is not his death, even if it tears me apart. The worst is not to have seen it coming, to have lost him so quickly, even before realizing it.
Did he hide his condition from you?
Matthew was a smiling type, a happy sort. Everything that I am not. Did he laugh at his death to come, or did he not realize what was going to happen? I'll never know.
The Spanish flu may be the worst disease mankind has ever faced. Why are you blaming yourself?
You don't understand. I didn't know he was so sick. I didn't realize the gravity of his situation until it was too late.
As harsh as this sounds, we are all equally vulnerable to this awful disease. It can take the strongest man in just a couple of days.
I never said goodbye to Matthew. We never realized how bad it was. We laughed about it even. He always made me laugh. Now I don't have enough tears to shed.
Жалко, конечно.
Are you a doctor yourself? Is this why you feel so guilty for not saving your sick husband?
No, I am not. But I still need to blame someone for Matthew's death. And who else, if not his wife, who did not see it coming?
I'm a physician, one of the best in the country. But I was unable to save my own sister, Mary. She died in my arms.
Why tell me this? Is it supposed to make me feel better?
No. But I felt I should share it with you, since she is buried here too.
May I ask what caused the death of your sister?
You could say she was also killed by a terrible disease. A disease I have sworn to fight and cure, no matter how long it takes.
Thank you for sharing that with me, Dr. Reid. Maybe it's time we start to rebuild our lives, you and I.
Возможно.
You should go home now.
I think you're right. Cemeteries are for the dead, for they need silence too. Thank you for your honesty and your wisdom, Dr. Reid.
Thank you for your company, Xiaoshun. Take care on the way home.
Maybe I'll see you again in Whitechapel. Goodbye for now.
Goodbye for...
145, идите вы нахуй. Просто, блядь, идите нахуй. Я стал на уровень выше, тебе пизда. Сосать нахуй. Пока нахуй. Да иду, блядь, давай. Ага. Разбежалась. Ну-ка, давай.
You've spared the precious Nurse Crane.
but not.
Блин, ну я так нормально и снес сейчас.
Give me your blood, priest. Their final thoughts are just to die for.
Давай. Еще раз. Поставил сильнее, блядь. Сука какая. О, здоровье уже побольше хилится. Да, блядь. Заебись нахуй.
You've killed me, brother.
Можем еще отхилиться? Отлично. Давай. Да, блядь. Давай. Еще раз. Давай, давай. Давай. Еще раз. Давай. Да, блядь. Ничего не делал, блядь. Давай. Ну. Еще раз. Блять, сука. Еще раз. Сосать. Давай. Еще раз. О, нет, нет, нет! Давай еще раз. Давай. Еще раз. Еще разочек давай. Блять, здоровье подхилить надо. Пиздец. Тихо. Тихо. О, нет. Давай. Ебать, заебись. Охуенно.
Brother, it's time to bring this conversation to an end forever.
Я не хочу ее убивать.
Calm now, Doctor. Like a rabid dog. Or think you're performing an autopsy.
Don't be ridiculous.
I'll kill them all. The kind Dr. Suonsi. The sweet little lass with hair of red. I am the harbinger, bringing your punishment.
Mary.
Don't you see? This is not me. Flesh that never ages. All nightmare, no dream. Bring it to a close. Let me sleep.
I will find a cure, Mary. I swear it.
Then, at last, I can forgive you.
Пиздец. Вот и все нахуй. Ёбаная сестра сошла с ума. Все так плохо. Ой, блядь, да, конечно, не повезло. Ну, а что делать? Надо было что-то с этим... Что-то решать, блядь. И на уровень повысился от пиздошевую. Ебать, круто. Все, ложи ее нахуй. Аве Мария. Пара дней позже.
Blood. As I shed one last red tear for my fallen sister, I realize the entire world now revolves around this singular word. The epidemic that has stricken London is not the Spanish flu. It is transmitted through the blood via violent biting, turning survivors into frenzied immortals. I am Dr. Jonathan Rid. I am a vampire, born anew into an age of death and pestilence. While plotting factions close in around me, I am sworn to find the source of this epidemic. I am convinced greater perils are still to come. I know the answers I seek are hiding in our blood.
Охуеть. Угу. Ага, отлично. О-о-о. Нихуя, блядь. Нихуя. О, 2000, отлично. Можно прокачаться чуть-чуть. Так. Эх, не хватает чуть-чуть. Ну ладно. Все, погнали. Вообще нормально вроде. Ты жив-здоров. Погнали. До особняка леди Эшбри нужно добраться. Это не так уж и просто. Что за хуйня? Ебать, я их тут пиздячну. Хорошо, нахуй. Ебать, 24-й. Сосать, нахуй. Уёбки, блядь. Обосранные. Опять этот ёбаный дух.
You must prepare, child, for the earth is bleeding and the harvest is upon us.
Stay away, whoever you are.
This is no time for petty quarrels, my champion. Can you not hear? The famished queen has awoken.
I am not your champion.
But of course you are, son. As surely as you are the blood of my blood.
I had to kill Mary.
I have known your pain, child. Do not succumb to...
Silence! I dismiss you, now!
The land calls for a champion. All and everyone needs you.
Silence.
Хуй, блядь, ёбаный. Так ты заманчиво.
Tired of all these puppet shows.
Скали ебаные. Чё мне сделать, ребята? Ну давай, давай. Нихуя себе! Ебать, он мне пизданул, нахуй. Ебать. Все, адьос, блядь, компадрос. Охуеть. Ебать, скальп жесткий. Леди Эшбри. Есть. Шиллинги. Там есть что-нибудь в шкафах, там каких-нибудь что-нибудь? Нету? Плохо. Блять, правильно хоть иду? Правильно.
I cannot enter.
Тогда у меня возникает вопрос. Как мне туда попасть? Блять. Ну, а действительно, как мне туда попасть?
It's locked, all right.
It's locked, all right. Как-то понизу, что ли? Здесь, что ли, блядь? Блять, такая. Ну. А как мне еще-то, блять? До нее добраться. Я не понимаю вот этого. Блять, it's locked, ёпта. Ёпта, it's locked. Чё ты орёшь-то, нахуй, полудурок, блядь? Ой, блядь, здрасте, нахуй. Ты чё, блядь? Все, нахуй, до свидания. Сосать нахуй, сука. В прямом переносном смысле. Хорошо, мне куда идти, блядь? Ёбаный особняк леди Эшбери. Вот куда, как мне туда попасть? Я вообще не понимаю. Дверь отперта. Я к вам не хочу вмешиваться в ваши эти разборки какие-то, блядь. Всего лишь надо в особняк леди Эшбери. Ебать. Ёбаный оборот. Тень. Давай. Ну. Еще раз. Новое убежище, да? Или это старое убежище? Я здесь был, ёба народ. Как мне добраться до этого ебаного особняка, нахуй? Где, значит, на шлешке, блядь? Там дверь закрыта, блядь. Обратно можешь побежать. Но все-таки стоит обратно бежать, потому что, ну, что-то я куда-то не туда свернул просто. И все. О, поезд, нихуя себе. Заебись, даже поезд замутили. Сосакать. Еще один бежит. Блять. Бля, не, ну ладно. Ну, блядь. Там дверь закрыта. Я вышел здесь. Дверь очень сильно закрыта. Блять. Остаются какие варианты? Каких, блядь? Че, обратно, что ли, идти, блядь? Вы че, угораете? Как мне до нее добраться? Да ебаная леди Эшбери, блядь. Опа. Ты кто нахуй, слышишь?
Whatever this poor woman did, nobody deserves this kind of punishment.
Чё, блядь? Куда он, блядь, полетел, нахуй, ёбок? Эй! Козёл, нахуй. А, нихуя. Чё себе? Ты не мой колешь, да? Ты не мой колешь, я тебя понял. Вот так вот, нахуй. Заебись. А, она вообще заперта, блядь. Тотально при том, что... Ёбаный в ротик.
So this is where she lives. What a splendid house.
Ну вот и хотел, блядь. Вампирша аристократка, хули.
Dr. Reid, welcome. How are you?
As good as one can be, considering the circumstances.
Yes. Death and affliction seem prevailing themes of late. Please, come in. We have much to discuss.
I hope I haven't disturbed you.
Not at all. Actually, I was counting on you visiting me tonight.
How strange, this painting. Beautiful, melancholic, yet with a haunting dignity.
Indeed. A long time ago, a friend asked me to paint this for him. But I kept it in the end.
I did not know you were a painter, my lady.
There are many things you do not know about me, young Ekon.
Young Ekon.
Please, call me Jonathan.
Please excuse my behavior, Jonathan. I tend to tease my friends when uneasy.
What is bothering you, my lady? Your letter was quite alarming.
We will talk about this in a few minutes. For now, I would like you to tell me about yourself. How have you been since we last met, my friend?
My sister Mary, she was made a vampire in the same way I was. She was the one killing all those people everywhere I went.
Vengeance is a powerful force for those betrayed. Made vampire through careless error. Victims by surprise.
In the end, she implored me to put an end to her misery. But still, I felt I had taken her life twice.
I am so sorry for my accidental cruelty. Had I known your dear Mary was still alive, I would never have sent you to pray for her soul in that church.
There is no need to apologize, my lady. Your words have been most helpful in these difficult times.
Thank you, my friend. If only we could have guided your poor sister through her terrible nightmare.
Ну да.
I swear I did not intend that. If only I had known then how vampires are created.
That is the scientist speaking. In truth, most of us do not know how it really works. Personally, I make sure my prey will not return to haunt me.
What do you mean?
I am merciless, Jonathan. I only feed on the dying, and I make sure they are dead before leaving their remains.
Охуенно.
I came to the conclusion that my maker, whoever he might be, must be a powerful vampire. Certainly extremely old.
How have you reached this conclusion?
I felt this power radiating like an aura every time he appeared.
Most ancestral vampires of England were killed by the Guard of Prewen half a century ago. I wonder who your maker could be.
You have no idea who he could be?
Some of the ancient ones fled England. Some may still be in hiding. All I know is you, my friend, are a pawn in some secret and obscure game of chess.
Охуенно.
He is the only immortal I've seen appear in an ethereal form. His voice, his words seemed ancient. It was disturbing.
I am afraid you are right. The simple fact that your blood made Mary such a strong Ekon proves that you must be of ancient lineage.
Mm-hmm.
I think I should ask the questions, your ladyship. After all, it was you who invited me to settle this most urgent of matters.
Fair enough, Jonathan. The situation is critical. We do not have the luxury for etiquette.
Please do not misunderstand me. I would be delighted to discuss mundane matters and idle trivialities.
If we survive the dark nights to come, we shall have all the time in the world to speak, you and I. For now, please follow me, Jonathan.
I must say, your house is exquisite.
One of the advantages of living forever is having the time to be selective with one's furnishings. I took the liberty of having tea served.
You can still drink tea.
Can't keep it down, but I do so enjoy the aroma. Let us toast to make-believe, and of course to your health, Jonathan.
And to yours, my lady.
Please, call me Elizabeth.
So, my lady,
Why, truly, did you invite me here?
I've been asked to deliver an official invitation to meet the Ascalon Club.
Who are they? Really?
They are the embodiment of vampire law in Britain. Some say they influence the destiny of the Empire. Some believe they merely protect it.
Will they fight the guard of Priwen?
I doubt it. Fergal was Lord Redgrave's executioner forever and a day. By defeating that beast, you deprived them of a powerful weapon.
Да, я заебался его убивать, пиздец.
How many are they?
Only a small number of powerful and deceitful immortals. All of them entangled in a sticky web of shadow cabinets, influencing trade.
Why use you to contact me?
Because they know we are close. The Ascalon Club has many spies. Their main occupation is gathering information and then deciding how to use it.
Why not ask for your help? Since you are obviously a powerful and influential immortal yourself.
You have to understand that I am invisible to the eyes of Ascalon, for I am a woman. That suits me well, as long as they leave me alone.
Have they threatened you in any way?
Not at all. Their message surprised me at first, but it is only logical, considering the critical situation in London.
Ага.
Should I trust them?
Of course not. Do not misunderstand me. They can be very useful, but I believe their long-term goals differ from yours.
Should I lie to them?
We all lie, Jonathan. It falls to you to choose your behavior. The most important rule is to show them due respect.
Why meet them then?
Because nothing truly important can be achieved in this city without their consent. They could be powerful allies in this current situation.
Окей.
They have done nothing but impede my investigations since I became known to them. Why would they want to see me now?
I guess they now see you as Ascalon material. They must have found out what happened to your sister. Proof of the potent blood flowing through your veins.
I'm not sure I can accept their invitation. I have seen their handiwork. How Fergal the Beast imposed the club's law.
You have no choice, Jonathan. Even I would not openly defy Lord Redgrave, the chairman of the Ascalon Club.
Я его разъебу нахуй.
What can you tell me about Lord Redgrave? Who is he?
Lord Redgrave is the founder and chairman of the Ascalon Club. Most mortals know him as the Earl of Bristol. He is rich and extremely influential.
How old is he? How long has he been a vampire?
Lord Redgrave claims to be the progeny of William Marshall, the most valiant knight who ever lived. If that is true, he could be very old.
Охуеть. Но мы все равно пизды ему дадим.
Have you met him?
Only on rare occasions, for he never goes outside the club. And women are not awarded membership, even immortals.
Окей.
How powerful is his reach?
The Ascalon Club may be the most influential secret society in England. Not all its members are immortals, but they are all very powerful.
Any familiar or famous names?
As the richest, most relentless British tycoon, Aloysius Dawson is considered ideal Ascalon material and has been watched for years.
They are not all immortals. How is that?
The club is mainly comprised of political figures who seek the safety and expansion of the Empire. The most loyal are awarded immortality.
Охуенно.
If you are convinced I must meet him, I will heed your advice.
Thank you, Jonathan. I understand your reluctance to brush shoulders with London's vampire elite. But we have no choice.
Is the situation that critical?
Yes. The Guard of Priwen has called for a second great hunt of our kind. And they will stop at nothing to eliminate us.
Will the Guard of Priwen and the Ascalon Club fight each other?
I doubt it. If Priwen really launched a great hunt, I think most of the Ekons I know would flee the country to escape the bloodbath.
Should we fight back? I will not be hunted down like an animal again.
I admire your courage, Jonathan. But the best way to fight them is to put an end to the epidemic. This is the only way to clear the air.
I think I saw them kill an Ekon on the way to your house. They seem to have a list with names.
To launch another great hunt, they must have collected intelligence on vampire identities and whereabouts. They are a resourceful lot.
Okay.
What is a great hunt?
The first great hunt was launched about 75 years ago. In just a few nights, the Guard of Prewen located and destroyed most of the old British vampires.
How did you survive the first hunt?
I fled, Jonathan. Like most vampires who survived that slaughter. And I secretly came back when I was sure they had lost my trail.
Why start a second one?
Prewen has always seen us immortals as a threat to mankind. My guess is they suspect one or more of us is the cause of the epidemic.
Отлично.
You should flee then. Leave London, the country even. I have seen the Guard in action. They are merciless.
Your concern warms my heart, Jonathan. But fear not. If the situation gets too dangerous, I shall retreat to my secret Scottish manor. I could hide you in my luggage, if you wish.
Thank you for the offer. I shall keep it in mind, but I have much to do here. There is a question I must ask you. Could Lord Redgrave be my maker?
I doubt it. If Lord Redgrave had made you his progeny, he would not have seemed so surprised when you demonstrated the strength of your lineage.
What is the plan?
The plan is we both try to save this city, you and I. Go to Ascalon, accept their proposition, and use their influence to promote your agenda.
What will you do?
I still have contacts and old friends in this town. I shall make some inquiries and attempt to learn more of the situation. We need clarity.
How can I save London?
The epidemic is the priority. You must find its origin and put an end to it. This is the best way to solve the crisis.
Okay.
Will I ever discover the identity of my maker?
Maybe not, Jonathan. We know for sure you were made by a powerful vampire. But most of those fled England long ago.
You have no idea at all? You seem to know so many things about the secrets of the vampire underworld.
Even if I had my suspicions, I would not dare give you a name so soon. All I can say is this. I will make inquiries and keep you informed.
Please forgive my bluntness, but I have to ask. Was it you? Did you make me?
Oh, Jonathan. I know you shall always have a gnawing doubt about who made you an immortal. But I swear, I had nothing to do with it.
Okay.
One day soon, I will have to find the answer to this mystery.
And I shall help you in your research, I promise. For now, you must go to the Ascalon Club and play their game.
Will I see you again at the Pembroke Hospital?
No. You will find me here if you need me. I shall conduct inquiries alone, and we can then share our discoveries.
Will you not visit Pembroke again?
No. I must remain discreet and avoid attracting attention to Pembroke Hospital for the time being.
But how will you sustain yourself?
I shall not, Jonathan. Fear not. I'm used to it.
When will we meet again?
As soon as you meet Lord Redgrave, I suppose. Fear not, my dear. I shall only be a heart's beat away.
Блять, да пососитесь уже нахуй! Ну посмотрите, вы сидите такие... Давайте.
I want to thank you for all your support need your help, my lady.
Could you do me a last great favor and call me Elizabeth?
I should be honored, my lady.
Then it is settled. Finally, some good news in these dark hours.
Thank you. I appreciate the advice. I had best prepare myself to meet this Lord Redgrave now.
How thrilling to meet the Earl of Bristol in the flesh, so to speak.
Something tells me you're not very keen on the man.
Don't get me wrong. The gentlemen of the Ascalon Club are honorable, but their attitude and opinions are somewhat antiquated.
I see.
As long as they deny access to female applicants, I will leave them to their antediluvian considerations as to the natural order of things. Jonathan, promise me you'll be careful.
Of course. But why the fear in your voice?
Look at me, Jonathan.
I am.
I mean, really look at me, young Ekon. We may be deceptive by nature, but this heart of mine has always told the truth.
Elizabeth.
Go, my friend. But come back to me soon.
Втюхалась, вот оно. Втюхалась малышечка у нас, так сказать, в нашего самца, нахуй. Ну что ж, мои дорогие друзья, давайте на этом мы закончим, а вы можете поставить лайк, написать комментарий, нажать на колокольчик, подписаться на мой канал, ребят. Спасибо вам, что вы у меня есть. До скорых встреч, ждите на выпуске. Пока!